I can't hear you, Isabel. I don't know if it's my problem or yours. I'm going to ask someone, okay? But for now, can you hear me? Perfect. Terence, can you hear me? Can you put your camera on, Terence, so I can see you?
I can hear you.
Okay, so today we're going to look at how you write an email. Does anybody, what's an email? Do you know what an email is? Something you write to someone. Yes, and we're going to write it to our friend, okay? So we're not going to write it to somebody that we don't know. We're going to write it to our friend. And we're going to talk about adverbials. What's an adverbial? That's a big word, isn't it? Oh, come on then. What's a frontal adverbial?
Like, I might have said, well, I'll say it's like something is I want to explain it.
Does anybody else know what a frontal adverbial is? You can put it into the chat. And I'm just going to go and ask if we can switch the sound on for this. Far too late. Do that, yeah. And can you put that on? That's hard. That's hard.
蓝牙模式。
不是，我现在在连着呢。他能听得见吗？音响那不知道哪熊孩子把电源给我拔了。那你让他们说句话就行啊。
Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear?
Yeah. Can you put that?
Okay, we can hear you, but we can't see you. Is it Francis? We can't see you.
Can you put that one and that one onto the Zoom account? I've emailed them to send them to the Zoom channel.
All right.
Thank you. There you go. You. Hi. Can you make sure you have got answers to the answers to the Can you see me now? Can you see me?
Yes, we can see you, Miss.
Thank you. Okay, so my name is Miss Helena. So I can see we have Isabella. What school do you go to, Isabella?
Mospit Lane Primary School.
Oxford Primary School. You're on the road centre. And Terence, what school do you go to? Manchester Grammar School for boys. You look like you're on a beach, Terence, in the Bahamas. And what school do you go to? And what's your name? And what's your name? Francis. And how old are you, Francis? You're 9. Oh, okay. So how old are you, Isabella? I know how old you are, Terence. How old are you?
I'm nearly 10.
Oh my goodness, you're very big then, aren't you? So what year are you in?
5.
Year 5. Okay, so we've also got Miss Zara here who's helping us tonight. So she's going to be here as well, helping, okay? And she might help mark some of your work as well. All right. So we've just been told, Francis has told us what an email is. So today we're going to look at a few different things. We're going to look at, it's going to be not a horrible class, just a nice easy class. Okay, because it's your first class. So we're going to look at email structure because an email might be on your exam, which is a long way off, but you still might have to write it, mightn't you? Okay, but we're going to look at sending emails to invite people to special events, our friends, okay? Yeah? So let's see, who's a good reader? Terence, are you a good reader? Oh, Isabella's a good reader. Isabella's got a hand up. Isabella, can you read out then, please, those bullet points to tell us all how do we write an email? What do we need in our emails?
All of them.
Do you want to read all of them or just some of them? Do you want to read half of them and then maybe Francis can read half? Or do you want to read all of them, Isabella?
Half.
Half, okay. Come on then, you read up to paragraph 2. So read greetings, opening paragraph and main paragraph. And then Francis, you need to read main paragraph 2, closing paragraph, goodbye and signature. Is that okay? Or should we, Terence, can you read goodbye and signature? Okay? Is that okay, Miss Jenny? Is Terence going to read goodbye and signature? We shall see. Off you go then, Isabella.
Greetings. We greet the other person, i.e. say hi or hello. Opening paragraph. We react to the other person's news and ask them how they are feeling and whatever else we feel is appropriate. Main paragraph 1. In this paragraph, we deal with the first important point, which we can identify in the instructions. Main paragraph 2. If there is a different point to deal with, this paragraph will do so.
You read more than you had to. Francis, can you read that okay? Can you see it? Or do you want to come over here and read it from here? All right, then go on. I'm just going to move out the way so you can see it properly.
Closing paragraph. In this paragraph, we start to say goodbye, wishing the other person well lasted into reply or
Excellent. Do you want to read the rest?
okay.
You're a good reader.
Yes.
Go on.
Goodbye. We use a short expression to say goodbye. Beside the email, we have
Oh, brilliant reading. Okay, does anybody not understand any of those? So let's see. Do we know what a signature is?
like those who find the name
Yeah. As if you're a famous person. Yeah. I used to practice my signature when I was little, when I was going to be famous. So this is how we need to do our emails, okay? We need to say, hello, hi, how are you? Then we have our opening paragraph when we have our main point. So if you're inviting somebody to a party, that'll be your main point, won't it? Then you'll have your first paragraph when you're going to add something. So if you're inviting people to a party, you could add the time, the date, what kind of food you're going to have. Then in the next paragraph, you could say something like, are the games that you're going to play? Or the other people that are going to come? Then you're going to say, anyway, I hope you can really come. Yeah? And then you're going to say goodbye. And you're going to do your name. So when it's your friend, you can do lots of different goodbyes, can't you? Like love, best wishes, all of those kinds of things, yeah? All right, I'm going to ask you some questions now then. So this month is October. I can't want to come this thing over here. Is there another camera? No. Can they see on this board? Can you see this board? Yeah. So
Yes.
Okay, so we've got October. What happens in October?
Halloween.
Oh, Halloween. Yes. How do we spell Halloween?
HALLOWEEN.
Yeah. Very good. Okay, good. Okay, now I'd like you to say an adjective about Halloween.
Fun.
Oh, good one. How do we spell scary?
S
Yeah,
C
yeah.
A R.
Excellent. Brilliant. Okay, has anyone else got an adjective about Halloween? Terence? How can we describe Halloween? Is it happy? Pretty? Scary? Good one. What about exciting? How do we spell exciting? How do we spell exciting? EXC. Isabella, do you know how to spell exciting?
EXCING.
Yeah. Excellent. Amazing. Okay, so we've got Halloween. Is there anything else that we have in October? Another event in school. Where you bring fruit. Called the Harvest Festival. Do you do that in school? You have a Harvest Festival? No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. How do we spell harvest? Isabella, do you know how we spell harvest? HARVEST. Excellent. We have the Harvest Festival and lots of people bring fruit and we give it out, don't we? And there's a special Chinese festival, isn't there, this weekend?
The Dragon Ball Festival.
It's what? What is the festival called?
Dragon Ball Festival.
Is it? Yeah.
A movie festival.
A mooncake festival. How do I spell moon?
MOON.
Mooncake festival. And what does that mean, Francis?
Where you do.
You give mooncakes, is that it? You forgot. Who else knows about the Mooncake Festival? Terence, I know you do. Terence, can you tell me about the Mooncake Festival, please? Zara doesn't know anything about the Mooncake Festival, do you? No. What happens in the Mooncake Festival, Terence? You don't know?
I know. I said, we eat mooncakes.
You eat mooncake. And why do you eat mooncake? Oh, Francis is going to tell us. Yes, speak up, Francis, so everyone can hear you. Pardon?
And to celebrate the full moon.
You celebrate the full moon, yeah? What happens when you celebrate? Why? When is the full moon? Oh, so is that what you're going to do tonight? You're going to go out and look at the full moon? Yes? What's the matter? Is it too dark?
No.
I don't know what that was. Terence, can you tell me something else about the moon festival? So you look at the moon, you eat moon cakes. Do you do anything else? No, you can't hear. Oh, yeah, somebody's got their hand up. Okay, Isabella, tell me.
So basically, there was this angel that came down to Earth, and then there was this thing that you ate that made you live it for an eternity, but this robber wanted it. So she had to eat it, and then she floated up to the moon with a white rabbit, so that's why we eat the cake to celebrate the full moon.
Well, I didn't know that at all. Did you know that, Zara? Did you know that, Francis?
No.
Oh, so you've learned all about it, haven't you, today? Yeah? Okay, well done, thank you. So what we're going to do today, well, at the end of the lesson, you're going to write an email to your friend inviting them over to either a party to celebrate Halloween, a party to celebrate Harvest Festival, which I doubt anyone will do, or a party to celebrate the Mooncake Festival, okay? So first of all, though, we're going to have a little look at how to write an email, okay? So, when we're writing an email, we need to have lots of, like we said there, greeting, opening paragraph, main paragraph, paragraph 2, closing paragraph, goodbye, and a signature. So here, can you see that okay, or do you need me to turn the light off? You sure? Okay. Do you want to come a little bit closer in case, or do you want to stay where you are? It's entirely up to you. You're going to come closer. Oh. You can sit next to Miss Zara. Sit here and get your water and your paper. Excellent. Do you want to sit on this one? Okay, so we have, what's this word here? What's the first word? When. So we've got a column with when, all different words that we use for when, all different words that we use for why, all different words that we use for opinion, all different words that we use for but. What do you think about all of those words for but? But's boring, isn't it? Say but all the time. All those words for and then we also have yeah, so all those words for and. Right, so we're going to read out these columns. So I'll do the first column, okay? When. Instead of saying when, we can tell them exactly. So we could say afterwards, or as, or at the moment, or finally, or first then, or last, or later, or meanwhile, or soon, or subsequently. That's a good word, isn't it? Does anybody know what that word means? Subsequently. What does the word subsequently mean? Shall I give you an example and see if you can figure it out? I walked along the road and I had new shoes on. Subsequently, I fell over. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Or just after, or because of that reason. Okay. So you can use it to make, so you've got your main clause, haven't you? Yeah. Then you've got your subclause after your subsequently. So you're adding more to the first clause when they went like that. Okay, well done. Subsequently, then, can't see properly, until, when, and while. Okay, so all of those words instead of just when. Okay, and it can tell you whereabouts, can't it, in the day as well. So if you said, this morning I tied my shoelaces, then later in the day they came undone. Okay, so it's telling us whereabouts. Can you read out the why, please, Francis? Do you want to come over here? Yeah, because. Come and be the teacher. Come on. Excellent. Well done. Okay. Isabella, can you read opinion?
Opinion. Fortunately, happily, luckily, sadly, unfortunately.
Excellent. Well done. Amazing. Okay, I'll do but. Alternatively, although, anyway, aside from, besides, but, despite, however, in spite of, nevertheless, on the other hand, since, whereas, and yet. Okay, Francis, over to you for and. Like a P, isn't this?
Also, as well as, in addition, moreover,
Brilliant reading. Well done. Excellent. Okay. And then here, so we've gone through all of those really good phrases. Now I put here, this is an A+. Okay. So if you're using this for your test, they're A+ standard, so top standard, especially with like subsequently. But if you just use when, so I went, you know, when we go out, it will be good. When I meet you, it'll be good. That's not the best, is it? So you want to use different words. And then here we have some greetings, some opening paragraph words, some ending paragraph, and some saying goodbye. Okay? So, Isabella, can you read out our greetings, please?
Greetings. Hi, hello, dear.
Excellent. Well done. And they're all informal, aren't they? What do I mean by informal?
No.
Excellent. What do I mean by formal? Very good. Yes, you're exactly right. Well done. So we're writing to our friends. Yeah. So it doesn't have to be all correct. Well, it's correct, but it doesn't have to be posh. Okay. You don't have to say dear. I'll open a paragraph, please, Francis.
It's great to hear from you. I'm so happy to be with you. Thanks for writing. Thanks for your translation.
Amazing. That's really good. Right, let me move this so that we can see the last ones. Can you read out the end paragraph, please, Terence? Isabella, it will have to be you again, I'm afraid. Can you read out the end paragraph?
When
Connect.
This one, end paragraph. Well, I've got to go.
I hope to hear from you soon.
Yeah,
Make sure you write back soon.
yeah.
Well, I've got to finish my homework, but make sure to write back.
Excellent. Good. Francis, saying goodbye.
Saying goodbye. Speak soon. Lots of love. Love from. Take care. All the best.
Amazing. And connectors, please, Isabella.
Connectors. As for words, when it comes to and, but, however, on the other hand, as.
As and because. Well done. Good. So we need all of these, don't we, for our paragraph? So you can use all of these connectors in your word, okay? And make it interesting and flow. Right. Now, this is another thing that's going to be on your test. So I want to see how you get on with this. It's tricky. It's all right. Okay. So let's look at these words that we've got. Can you read out the task for me, please, Isabella? We've got people and relationships. That's the title. What's the task, Isabella?
Read about 3 problems with relationships. Complete the problems with the correct words.
Excellent. Okay. So we've got a box. Are you tired? We've got a box here, okay, with all different words in that are missing from here. Okay? So we're going to do these are 3 people. So we've got Edith, Adam, and Paul. 3 people. And they're writing to their other friends to ask them a question about a problem. Have you got friends at school?
Yeah.
Yeah, who's your best friend? You've got lots of just different friends, have you? Yeah. Have you got friends, Isabella?
Holly.
Ollie. The girls always have a best friend, don't they? Okay, so pretend I'm sure you tell Holly your problems, don't you? And you tell your friends your problems sometimes. So these words here are missing from these, and we're going to try and put them in, okay? So can we read out, Isabella, could you read out all the words in that box for me, please? Annoying.
Annoying, in common, arguments, relationships, ask, respect, disagree, share, get on, similar.
Amazing. Well done. Excellent. Thank you. Are there any of those words you don't understand? Don't worry if there is, it's fine. Do you know what in common means? Yeah?
Like,
Give me an example. Yes, exactly. So I've got lots in common with my friends. We like going to the cinema. We like going to out for dinner. But I've got nothing in common with my children. They like Xbox. They like McDonald's. Nothing in common. Okay. So I'll read this one out. I'm going camping with some friends this summer. I've got to share a tent with 2 other girls, but I really don't. Something with one of them. Ooh, get on. What do you think, Isabella? Do you think it's get on?
Yeah.
Yeah, Terence, what do you think? Do you think it's get on? Okay, we don't have anything. Something, and I find her really something. Yes. Oh, very good. That's what my kids would all say about each other. That's what my children would say. We don't get on, and they're annoying. That's what my daughter would say about her brothers. Okay, very good. So you would get tick, 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 and that would be 3 marks. Okay? You do B and C on your own now, and I'm going to give you a couple of minutes, and then you show Miss Dara, okay? And Isabella, can you put it into chat for me, please? because I'd like you to write it down, okay? Can you write the sentences as well? So write the whole sentences, don't just write the words, okay? And then with this, I think what I'm going to do is give it to I might think it's sent it to the camera, we'll give them a little bit of work. They can probably do it online. And then okay, nice and quick now, because you would have to do these quick questions in about 3 minutes each one. Of course, if you like this to change, not men, so it'll get more. Yeah, because it's the first session today. Yeah, because we had the test last week. Oh, I see. Yeah. So this is all new. Let's see if I can. Right. Oh yes, it's on there. So this is what we have. This is like to have we've got all the words on now. Good. Okay, have you done them? Nearly? Not quite, okay. You got a pen? Yeah, we need one of these. You okay, Isabella? We'll read them out soon, shall we? So remember your full stops, capital letters. How are you doing, Francis? Right, Isabella, you nearly finished.
It's in the chat.
I'm gonna look now. Thank you. Excellent. Okay, so you put get on in common annoying. It's because you're from China. Huh? I see. Okay, where's the rest? So I can only see the first one. Have you done the rest?
I'll send it again.
Okay, thank you. You ready?
Can't see the questions.
That's that one, sorry. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? What I need you for, Clara, what do I do? Why, how do I get to go to the world before? You'll figure it out better than I can figure it out. You should be in charge of that, actually. I'm sorry, Zara's gonna make it bigger now. I think maybe I pressed escape before, but I just wanted to.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think I'll end that, to be honest.
can you see it, Isabella? There we go, that's better. Is that better for you? And then she's put it in chat. Can you read it and see that she's done the right answers? So it's up there. Yeah. You haven't been on it for ages. Right. Yeah. So I love my family, but my brother and I disagree. Yeah. We often have arguments, and he doesn't. Amazing. Are you ready for Zara to mark your work now, Francis? I'm sure that that is absolutely brilliant. And then we're going to do some reading and comprehension. All about, only a little simple one. Yeah, that's somewhere. Not better way. Okay, that on better way. Amazing. So, how have you got on? You got everything right then, Isabella? So what we need now, in the chat, Isabella, there is another one. I want to put it onto the screen now. So in chat, there's this exactly. So I've just opened it. So I think it's on the desktop now. But I want to share it. No, so if you go off this. Yeah, that's it. So it's that. Is that shared now? Can you see that on the screen, Isabella? Persephone?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, are you ready for Zara's mark your work? Dun, dun, dun. I'm sure you've got everything correct. Okay, so in a minute, we're going to read all about Persephone. Okay? Has anybody ever heard of her? Oh, I do. I played the mum Demetrius in school. Okay. Right. Have you heard of Persephone, Isabella or Terence? Have you, Francis? No. Well, Persephone, the reason I've chosen this to look at today is because when I was little, we used to have a harvest festival in your school, in Francis's school. Okay, and we used to, the church, St. Michael's Church, we would collect all the fruit and we would put it into baskets and then we would take it to the church for people who didn't have enough money or didn't have enough food. They would come and collect it. And we used to, the harvest festival was all about the seasons, the change in season, just like the moon festival, just like Halloween. We always have festivals at the end of the summer. So what we're going to look at now is, okay, a good story from the Greek myth about the season of autumn, okay, and why it happened. All right, so it's a lot of reading and it's an easier test than you will do when you do your exam, if you decide to do a grammar school exam, okay? So you'll have a reading, then you'll answer some questions, and then what we're going to do is we're going to write an email to, yeah, you haven't got long left. You're going to write an email to your friend about your favourite October festival and asking them to come to your house, okay? And then you've done, for me, 2 pieces of work that I can look at and Zara can look at and think, oh yeah, they're very good, or where I can help you, okay? So should we read it together? Shall I read the first part? Persephone, that's the title. Persephone stood and looked at the meadow, rolling away from her like a scented blanket. The flowers were in full bloom and the sun was warming the air. Her maids were happy strolling through the grasses, picking blooms. Something caught Persephone's attention, a strange flower, and she meandered from the group to investigate. And as she reached out to stroke the petals, put me through the actions, and ground before her opened up, a golden chariot drawn by 4 horses emerged. I will marry you, said the dark, powerful god that stood in the carriage. Right, Francis, you go from there was no mistaking up until Cacta. So 1, 2, 3 paragraphs. Then Isabella, can you read after Francis, okay? Off you go, Francis.
There was no mistaking who it was. The Japanese recognized not only the names at once. He was the ruler of the Underworld. The Japanese mother, Denisa, had often told her that Hades was a god, but that she was that, or I told her.
Good.
Hades found a way through. Humans and some goddess of agriculture, the ground became barren and framework to all the fish.
Amazing, Reed. Well done. Excellent. Carry on.
Meanwhile, Dave would try his hardest to persuade his father to Bobby and with endless faith and all the best musicians beyond the world to play for the none of them mattered. The song was
Adamant. Do you know what that word means? Adamant. Oh, let's read. What do you, in the test, if you didn't know the word, what would you do? Do you know, Isabella, what would you do if you didn't understand? Yes, Francis. Brilliant. Should we do that? Yeah? So read the whole sentence. Stephanie. But none of it mattered. Do you know what that punctuation mark is as well? After mattered. Brilliant. Excellent. Okay, so, but none of it mattered. Persephone.
was secret never.
Yeah, what could that mean? Adamant. She was adamant. She was. Okay. What about you, Isabella? Do you know what the word adamant might mean?
Like, she was like set on the goal.
Yes, she was set on the goal. She was determined. Okay, good. Well done. Okay, so your turn now, Isabella. After captor. There is an ancient law. Can you see it? Isabella?
Yeah.
Can you read now? Can you read there is an ancient law?
There's an ancient law that says the body can never leave the underworld carrying anything that they find there. Unfortunately, this meant that eating any food in the underworld sealed the person's fate. Persephone was unaware of this law, and one day her hunger became too much for her. It was a matter of a few seconds to grab a handful of pomegranate seeds and eat them, but it was a few seconds. I can't see that. It was a few seconds that changed Persephone's life. While Persephone was sealing her fate, her father Zeus was arranging her rescue. He instructed Hermes, the messenger of the gods, to head down into the underworld and speak to Hades. He wasn't to return until he had rescued Persephone and presented her to Zeus. Hades was furious. He knew that Persephone had eaten the seeds, and he believed that she should remain in the underworld forever. Zeus was deeply unhappy at this and proposed a compromise.
Do you know what compromise means? What does compromise mean?
Like like a deal.
Like a good deal. Well done. Excellent. Carry on.
And proposed a compromise. Persephone prefers to live with her mother and doesn't wish to marry you. However, the ancient law is very clear. Allow her to live with her mother for half of the year, and the other half she spends with you. At first, Hades considered arguing. He knew deep down that this was the best offer he was going to get. Even though she was allowed to see Persephone for half of the year, Demeter still mourned her each time she left for the underworld. During this time of grief, the world is dark and cold, and the plants die buried in the ground. We call these times autumn and winter. As Persephone returns and Demeter lights up with delight, the world blooms.
Again.
The world blooms like a meadow.
Lovely. Excellent. Well done. Really, really good reading. So, what we're going to do now is answer some questions. So, can you see what's that story about? It's about Persephone, yes, who's the daughter of Demeter, who I was in the play when I was a little girl. Okay, so it's about the seasons, isn't it? So when Persephone goes down in the underground, which is about now, all the leaves start falling off the trees and it gets colder and it gets darker. So it's called a myth. Do you know what I mean by a myth? Yes.
No one knows real name.
Yeah, exactly. Well done. You're too clever. So, yeah, it's a myth, but it's a nice, in the olden days in Greece, they didn't know, did they, about science as much as we do. So they had to make up stories to figure out why things happened. And that's what this is. It's a Greek myth. Okay? You might have heard of some of the characters like Zeus, or have you? Hades. So Hades is down there and Zeus is up there. Zeus is in charge of everyone. Okay? So let's do our vocabulary challenge now. First of all, you're going to do this on your own. 5 questions. So we're finishing at 6. Okay. So you're finishing in half an hour. All right. So let's see what we get done. You might have to do your email for homework. Okay. Right. Question 1 to 5. Question 1 is find and copy a simile from the first paragraph. So first of all, you've got to know what a simile is. And then you've got to write it down. Now, in the test, you would read these questions first. So then after you've read it, you just go right back to and write it down with you know straight away, fast. You've got to be fast in the test, haven't you? Then number 2, what does the word meandered? And I didn't tell you that word because I knew you'd have to figure it out. So like we said, if you don't know what it means, read the sentence and figure it out. Tell you about Persephone, how Persephone moved. Number 3, find a word that is a synonym for kidnapped. Number 4, what does proposed mean in proposed a compromise? So we looked at compromise, but we didn't look at propose. Okay, then number 5, find a word that tells you that Demeter was sad about Persephone's deal. Now, this isn't asking you to write in sentences, so you don't have to. Okay, just find the words. This is just your vocabulary challenge, so don't waste time writing sentences. Okay, off you go. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. On your marks, get set, go. Yeah, so it's coming at 6:30. You can text her. Yeah. No, we decided just 90 minutes for now because it's you going to put it into chat, Isabella, or you can write it on paper if you want, and then I can, you can take a photograph of it. But if you want to put it in the chat, that's good. You can't see, I'll put it on. You can open it in chat, it's in chat for you, but I'll put it back up there. There it is. Tell me if you want me to move it down, Terence or Isabella. If Terence is still there. Good. Rolling, is that what you think it means? Yes. So but you can look at them in chat. There we go. So the question is, find and copy a simile. So we need a simile from that first paragraph. Stephanie stood and looked at the meadow, rolling away from her like a scented blanket. Okay, then the next question is, what does the word meandered tell you about how Persephone moved? You can take a photograph of the questions. A scented blanket. Good, excellent. Let's see, what does the word meandered mean then? You find it. And she meandered away from the group to investigate. You shouldn't have done that, should she? Are you finished? She stayed with her friends, naughty Stephanie. So the next, oh, he isn't walking. Yeah, that's exactly right. She isn't walking in any corner. That's exactly right. Well done. Okay, now find a synonym for kidnapped. And what you will notice, okay, with these, you will always, they'll go down as you're going along in the text. So the first question will always be at the beginning, and then it will go further down the text. Okay, so you know to look in order. What's another word for kidnapped? Are you finished, Francis? You find it, Isabella, another word for kidnapped. Exactly, well done, brilliant work. Okay, next question. What does proposed mean in proposed with compromise? There it is. What does it mean? Because are you done now, Francis? Are you struggling a little bit with something? Yeah? Do you want Sarah to help you have a little look and see what you're struggling with? That's okay. That's all right. That's why you're here, isn't it? Yeah. The answers are on the found. So no, you've got them there somewhere else. Yeah. Give you an idea. Yes, good. Exactly. Yes. Suggested something, isn't it? Well, okay. Then, slide where it tells you about Denise and Black and that creativity. To use that. Yeah. What you word tells you about that. I'm doing it. Try to the world. Do you find this word that's bad? What is, you know? Yeah. So, which word do you think is bad? Yeah, that could, yeah, that means she's yeah, definitely. It's Denise still mourned. Yeah. Lovely. That's really good. Well done. Excellent work, Isabella. Really good. You've got good vocabulary there. So there's the answers. So you can take yours off. That can't you? Right, now let's have a look at the next question. Okay, so the next questions are Viper's questions. Number 1 for ISRE. Okay, so which seasons happen when Persephone returns to Earth? So these questions are all about you finding your own ideas, okay? These are a little bit more difficult. Why? The why questions are always difficult because you've got to back up your answers, haven't you? So you could use a quote there. Why was Persephone bound to spend time in the underground? Who did Zeus send to rescue Persephone? Why wouldn't Persephone fall in love with Hades? So you need to use your own ideas. It doesn't say it in the text. So we're doing this, aren't we now? We need these 2 words here. Explicit and implicit. Do you know what they mean? What? Think about what it means is it's clear. So in the text, some things are clear. Yeah? Like Persephone walked in the meadow or Persephone looked at, that's clear. So we call that explicit. It's clear. Okay? But the harder things, so they're very easy and we'll get them questions quick, but the hard questions are implied. Implied is the verb, okay? Which means that they're unclear and you need to figure it out. Okay? For example, if I went to you, oh, how are you today? Now, do you think I'm in a good mood and I'm happy or I'm in a bad mood? But why? Why do you think I'm in a bad mood? I'm tired. I go, oh. So you are inferring, right? I'm implying that I'm in a bad mood because of my face and I'm going, oh. And if I went, hi, Francis, how are you today? Hi, Isabella. Hi, Terence. How are you? What mood do you think I'm in? Yes. Why do you think I'm in a good mood, Isabella?
Because you're like saying it in like a really happy tone.
Yeah, so you're figuring it out for yourself. Yeah, because I've said the same words, you're figuring it out. You're looking at my face, you're looking about how I'm moving. So that's what you need to do with the why questions. You've got to figure it out. Okay, you've got to read it. It's not telling you the answer. You've got to figure it out. All right. Then we're looking at, there is a link between the beginning and the end of the text, and you need to explain what it is and why the author may have included it. Ooh, that's a hard one, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's have a little go at this. All right, I'm going to give you 10 minutes. Okay, now Miss is here to help you. Okay, Francis. All right, you don't have to do it on your own. Ask questions. Okay, because this is very difficult, isn't it? Sometimes. Okay, Isabella, I'll go back. Take a photograph of those questions, Isabella and Terence. Okay, so that I can put it back. Bring well done. Didn't even have to put this stuff there. Let's put it up now. That's what you need to be doing them nice and fast. So those first questions are that's quite easy, that first question, isn't it? And then it gets a little bit more difficult. So put them in chat as soon as you've done it. And with these questions, remember, we answer them in sentences, don't we? So if it's saying to you, how do we know something or why? We know it because, or the reason why is, yeah? Are you on number 2? Or number 2? Already? Oh, okay. Do you want to leave that one now, Kat, or you can take it home, okay, and have another little go. What's there at the very beginning? What seasons are there? You okay, Isabella? Parents, I haven't had anything from you. Are you writing it on paper? Are you okay, Isabella? Have you got the question? Why was it Stephanie found? So the second question you would have to say, Stephanie was bound to have to spend time in the underworld because he ate food. Yes, that's not wrong, but you didn't answer it in a sentence, did you? I'll let you off. In the test, though, you have to answer in a sentence, don't you? But it's the right answer, so well done. Tell me if you need me to move it down for you. How are you doing? Number 2, that's a little part. One isn't it? Do you know what I do? Give me your hand. Probably take well back to what. I'm going to say what. Yeah, oh, not that one, this one. So why? So why was Persephone bound? Not that way, please. If you're bound to go to school tomorrow, what do you want to go to school tomorrow? On a Saturday. Happy to go. Yeah, that's what it means. Like people happy to go. Okay. To spend time in the underworld. So why does she have to spend time in the underworld, do you think? What did she do? That. Exactly. She acted. Well done. So you can just write now she acted. Okay? Brilliant work. Very fast rate, isn't it? Wow, amazing. I like it. It's going to tell them how fast she can write answers. Well done. Good. Now, who did Zeus? Who, not why, is it who? That's a person. Did Zeus send to rescue Persephone? Whoa. There you go, clever boy. Gosh, let's see how Isabella's getting on. So keep me fit, won't you? I'll get used to it. Right, well, we've got lots, Isabella. Well done. Amazing. Terence, still nothing from you. The gods and that's. Oh, sorry. I was just talking to Francis. Okay. Is that okay there? Speak to me, Isabella.
Yeah, thanks.
Perfect. That's amazing, Isabella. Thank you. Another answer. Brilliant. Hermes, yes, excellent. Okay, have you got the next question? Do you need me to move it down for you, Isabella? Oh. Good. Yes, you're right. Brilliant. Have you done the high one? Why wouldn't Stephanie fall in love with Hades? That's definitely inference, isn't it? Yes, but what about why, if you're right, why do you think she wouldn't fall in love? Because after the underworld they talk about Monday too. Oh, because he was their captain. Yes. Well done, Isabella. Brilliant work. Fantastic. Amazing. Now we're going to go back to you've done now then there, Isabella. Well, ooh. That goes so much. So it's better. Yes, you're right. Now where's the other one? Yeah, so the start is Well done. How's he doing, Miss Sarah? Good.
Doing well.
Good, good. Give him lots of ticks on there then if he's doing well. Okay, Isabella, you all done now? Let's look back at this email structure, okay? How are you getting on, Francis? Are you finished now? Great. So what we're going to do, you carry on, Francis, and we'll just carry on. So the last thing that we're going to do now, okay, and you can carry this on for your homework and share it next week for us if you like, okay? What I want us to think about is writing an email, okay? Because that's what we started with, wasn't it? So you're going to write an email to your friend and you're going to choose the festival that you want to talk about, okay? And so this week, what you're going to do, you're going to pretend that you're having a party for your Harvest Festival or for your Halloween or for your mooncake day, okay? Maybe you are having a party. And you're going to write to your friend and invite them, okay? So all I want you to do now is plan it. What if you want to just do it now, quick? Okay? I don't think it's hard, do you? I'm going to write mine and say, hi. What would I say? Hi. Hi. How are you? That's nice and informal, isn't it? Question mark. What would I say next? Yes. Okay, yes, yeah. Okay, I'll put that up there. Hi, what should we call them? My friend's name is, one of my best friends is Liz. Hi, Liz, I'd invite Liz. Hi, Liz, how are you? I'm having a party tomorrow at mine for Persephone. Do you want to come to my house? Because I'm going to talk about, you know, how they are. Are you free? Then I'm going to say to them, the party will be at 5 o'clock, okay? And maybe my address. And then I'm going to say, I might do a list. We're going to have cakes. We're going to have drinks, crisps, and we're going to play games. Yeah? Then I'm going to say, hope you can come. Let me know. Take care. Bye, Miss Helena. Okay? So you plan yours now. We've only got a couple of minutes left. Plan what you're going to say. Plan what your party is. And then you can do it for homework if you like and send it in to me. Or just bring it next week. Is that all right? Do you know what you're going to do for your party? A mooncake party. Write that down then for your plan. Do a little plan. Can you do a little plan quickly, Isabella, for me before we finish? What party are you going to do, Isabella? Isabella?
Yeah,
What party are you going to plan?
the Dragon Ball Festival.
Amazing. And are you going to invite Holly?
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Okay. Yeah, have you decided who you're going to ask? You can send it to your who? Finley. Oh, is he your friend? Is he Finley? Good. Okay then. So do you know that's the end of the class then for today. Thank you very much. And I feel like I know what kind of level that you're at. Have you got any questions, Isabella or Terence?
No.
Do you know what little bit of homework you've got to do for me for next week then?
Yeah.
Isabella?
Yeah.
Thank you. I look forward to hearing about this moon party. Very excited. Have a lovely weekend. I'll see you next week. Bye.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you.
Bye.